What's going on, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now, I want to talk about Ryan Garcia, who made some odd statements yesterday. I saw it on Michael Benson's Twitter account, very reliable source for boxing information. And he was basically saying that he's looking to fight only Tank Davis or Manny Pacquiao next. Now, this has left me scratching my head because I know that he's been chasing after Tank Davis for quite a long time. Manny Pacquiao is a fight that's been plucked out of nowhere, and Manny Pacquiao's 2 weight divisions higher than Ryan Garcia. He shouldn't even be really on his radar when you consider how good this lightweight division is. Now, he said that if anyone else's name came into the discussion for him to fight, he'll turn it down, and that he's only looking at Gervonta Davis and Manny Pacquiao. Now, this is weird behavior for me for somebody that doesn't have a title. Ryan Garcia, he's not, even though the win over Luke Campbell was very good, I felt that it propelled him to the next level in his career. He's not a world champion. He hasn't picked up any particular world title. This was for the chance to take on Devin Haney. And, this has put him in a great position. That fight technically should be happening next. And it should be a fight that we're all getting excited about. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, they know each other. They've got history. Both are rising stars in the sport. Devin Haney, he's undefeated. He's looking very good as well. And so is Ryan Garcia. So naturally, that's the fight we'd like to see. But Ryan Garcia has not really expressed any interest in facing Devin Haney at all. And you have to ask yourself why. Why is that the case? The first thing I'm sure Ryan Garcia's defenders will say is that Devin Haney doesn't bring this to the table. He doesn't bring whatever to the table. It's not a big money fight. But at the end of the day, like it or not, he's got a world title. And I know the circumstances around that, winning that world title, will be disputed among some. I get that. But it's just very strange to me how, this Manny Pacquiao fight has suddenly just, come into everyone's attention. Then the fact that it's going to be an exhibition fight, even though he's not treating it like one, but we're being told that it is. So very confusing as to what that actually is. And then, there's the whole, Tank Davis situation. I would have took the Tank Davis fight, man. I would have taken it because, fair play. Tank Davis is a very good fighter himself. And, it's not what people thought Ryan Garcia was going to go for after winning against Luke Campbell. The natural step would have been to take on Devin Haney because that's what the eliminator was for. It was to take on Haney. But it appears that Ryan Garcia is not interested in that at all. He's only interested in fighting, like I said, Tank Davis or Manny Pacquiao. Now, some people are going to come here and say, look, what's wrong with that? Manny Pacquiao is a legend, blah, blah, blah. Tank Davis is a very good fighter himself. He's going for the bigger money fights. And listen, at the end of the day, it's your career. You can manage your career how you want to manage it. But I just feel that there's some sort of entitlement there when Ryan Garcia has not gone on to achieve what he thinks he's achieved. You know what I mean? Because the way how he's talking to me is like he's top of the food chain. He's the champ. He can do what he wants. You're not there yet. Do you know what I mean? There are plenty of other guys in your way that you're going to have to get past in order to become the champion. And that is, of course, Teofimo Lopez. That is, of course, Devin Haney. And there are other guys out there in that lightweight division as well who are more than ready to take on that challenge as well. So it's curious to me. I'm scratching my head at it. I know that Laurie likes to speak on it a lot. But, in this occasion, I have to agree with him. What is actually going on with Ryan Garcia? I'm not condoning this, and I've done it with other fighters as well, with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, for example. I feel that Errol Spence doesn't have the same energy when speaking about Terence Crawford, and I can say the same thing about Ryan Garcia. He doesn't have the same energy when it comes to Devin Haney. And why is that? Do you know what I mean? I think that we should call it out as fans, and you can like who you want to like, you can support who you want to support, but at the end of the day, man, when this sort of stuff is happening and the fight is getting frozen out, you have to call it out, man. If it's a duck, it's a duck. So let's see what Ryan Garcia actually does. He's 22 years old, I believe he is. He's still got a lot left in his career to achieve. He did say actually that he wanted to retire by the age of 26. But, I want to see him take on Devin Haney. I want to see him fight like Haney. That's what I want to see. Haney does have it all to prove as well. He needs to fight a big name in his next fight. He wasn't particularly impressive against Gamboa, although he did win every round. I think the reason why I'm saying it wasn't that impressive was because he promised us a sensational stoppage. He promised us a beatdown, and while he did win every round, it didn't live up to the talk that he gave beforehand. So he can only blame himself for that. But yeah, I feel like Devin Haney does need a big fight himself, and you know, the Ryan Garcia is a big fight for him. But yeah, he's going to need to fight a good opponent as well. There's talk about him fighting Jorge Linares, but yeah, I just find it a bit off, going back to Ryan Garcia, how all of a sudden he's dictating all of these shots, you know what I mean? And like, the Luke Campbell win was very good, but I don't think you're in that position to be dictating as to who you can fight and not whatnot right now. I mean, there are other guys out there like Teofimo Lopez, for example, that are the champion. Do you know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts on it anyway, guys. I'm curious to hear your opinion on this, and I'll catch you on the next video.